Hey guys, this is Stu. This is the monthly update for November. Crikey, we're nearly at the end of the year. Where the hell's the year gone? So there you go. So we're only, what, 5 days from Telford, which I really am looking forward to this year, as I missed out last year due to financial constraints, but this year, not a problem. I'm really looking forward to attending that on Saturday. And maybe running into a few YouTube modelers as well. So it'd be good to catch up with some of you guys. I know Paul Bretton's going to be there on the ISM stand, along with some of the other guys from the Pricks of Plastic. So yeah, it'd be good to meet you all at long last. And as you remember in my last announcement, I'm actually doing a giveaway for the 200th subscriber. That person, believe it or not, a broken llama, turns out to be none other than my modelling buddy Wesley Elsmore. So first thing I knew was when I got a message from him last night. So yeah, Wes, yeah, he already knows what he's getting. As I kindly informed him. Unfortunately, Wes, I couldn't get hold of the kit because my neighbour's busy with their little boy, and my neighbours have been kind enough to store some of my stash in their garage. So Chris and Luana, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate that. So guaranteed I'll get it out before the end of the week and then pop it to you at the show on Saturday. Okay, and that kit being this one here, which is Tamiya's Tiger One late production. I can guarantee that everything is intact, and I know that because I ended up buying two by mistake. So you'll be getting one of them, Wes. Okay, so that's that dealt with. In terms of my builds, as we all know, the Battle of Britain 75th anniversary group build has now finished. In fact, it finished on Saturday, and unfortunately I was one of the entries that didn't get completed on time. However, good news is I've actually got the parts through that I wanted, which is the radio mast and a little step ladder to get onto the aircraft. So they're now through, and this is basically the state of play that she's in at the moment. As you can see, you've got the more camo scheme on, everything's on, undercart is virtually on. Accumulator, well, that's not minus its wheels at the moment, but that's virtually where it's possibly going to be positioned at the end of the build. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. And I'm just focusing on that build at the moment. The other one I've managed to do a little bit of repair work on is the Thomas Amsel Gruber Tiger One build. And I've got the antenna back on and a little gun cradle there for the machine gun, so she's all ready to be worked on yet again. I'll be starting back on that once I finish the Hurricane. Yeah, it's 90, as you can see. It's still in the background with primer on, so poor little baby's not had any attention for about 5 months, but I guarantee once I've got these two out of the way, I'll get that done, the Hanamag, and then possibly start a new project. Right, in terms of acquisitions, I've got a bit of reading material here. The first one I've got is one that everybody has been after. In fact, Nikki at Veteranos Kits was kind enough to send me a copy. It's the FAQ book. This is like the Holy Bible of aircraft modelling. There are so many references in here. It's unbelievable. It's a fantastic book. It is a bit pricey, but if you can get hold of one, by all means do. And if you want to see a review, look on the ISM forum on one of Paul's videos. He actually does a review of this book. Okay. The next one is one that Mike Cohen actually did a review on his channel. It's Tiger One in Action. And on that recommendation I actually bought it, and it is fantastic. You've got so many reference photos in there and so many lovely colour guides. As you can see here, it's an awesome book. So if you want to see the review, get on the ISM forum, get onto Mike's page, and in one of his videos he's actually got a review of this book. Okay, the last one is one I actually managed to get hold of. It's one that Tamiya do of a how-to build. It is, of course, the Tiger One steel wheel version. It's actually written by Angus Creighton, who's in one of my modelling videos over there. He's one of the forthright knowledgeable people on armour kits. Superb builds. and some really good tips in here. I highly recommend you get one. Right, in terms of kits, well, got a few. Some came through just after my monthly update last month, and I've had a few in the last few weeks. So first one off is, of course, Tamiya's Leopard 2. And this will go alongside very neatly with my Leopard 1. I will be getting some aftermarket. I'm going to get some full tracks and a metal barrel for this. But as I say, it's a super little kit, and I heartily recommend you get hold of one. Next one up is a bit of a rarity. In fact, it's to do with Michael Wittmann. In fact, this guy was the guy who actually finished his era for him. It's actually Elkins Sherman Firefly C. I won this one on eBay this week at a very, very good rate. As I say, it's a very rare one. I've had a quick look at it. Looks super. I really, really am looking forward to building that. In fact, I might be featuring it in a possible group build next year. But I haven't decided yet. Next one up is, of course, the Russian T-72B 1990 mod. Very nice kit again. One of Trumpeter's best. A little bit of etch brass, link-to-link tracks. Very interesting subject, and one hell of a powerful tank. So that's what I bought, that one. Next one is one of a vehicle I used to see around Aldershot quite a bit when I was a kid. It's of Dragon's Black Label range. It's a recent release. When I saw it and read about the reviews of it, I thought, well, I've got to have one of these. It's the British Armoured Car Saladin Mark II. I've had a look at it. It looks a super little kit, very easy to build, well, considering it's a Dragon kit. And on the back there, where you can see the wealth of detail on it. Superb. So there you go. Right, next one is one I've wanted to get hold of recently. I've got the Elephant, now I've actually got the Ferdinand. Only disappointing thing is the barrel. It's a two-piece. So I'm going to have to get hold of a metal barrel, and with the tracks, they're link to link. I might possibly get thralls for those. But all the same, a lovely kit. Next one is one of Bronco's. It's one of the British Armoured tank. It is, of course, the A13 Mark II Cruiser Tank Mark IV. You've got the added option of actually doing one in the Battle of France. I think that's the option I'm actually going to go for. Again, level of detail in this is superb. You've got a little bit of etch brass, link-to-link tracks. Beautiful. Really nice. This is an unusual subject. This is another Dragon kit. It's actually a sub-variant of the Sherman. It is, of course, the M7 Priest. This is the mid-production. All the same, unusual subjects. I've had a look at it. Very nicely done kit, I have to say. Has got some etch brass in it. I'm not sure, it might be a mistake, but I think it's got a metal barrel on it as well. And me being me, you know what's coming next. Yeah, another Tiger. This one is Tamiya's mid-production. I've got all the goodies that I've ordered in with it, the aftermarket, and that's the metal barrel, the full tracks, big edge set, and Zim. So I'm going to go to town on that one. Next one is one, it's a brand I've sort of been debating on. Again, it is a modern Russian tank. It's a beauty as well. It's absolutely jam-packed. It is Meng's T90A. I've seen some of the builds on this. It looks super, and as I say, it's absolutely jam-packed with detail and aftermarket. So I may well look at doing that version. So there you go. Right, last vehicle I'm going to have to show you is another one of Dragon's. I'm Dragon mad this month. Is a Panzer III. It's the Aus M with Scherzen. The Scherzen involved is actually, again, brass, thin enough, and it looks a super, super little kit, and I'm glad I've got that added to my stash. Last few items are basically a couple of figures, because I mentioned I was going to do some figures possibly next year, a little bit out of the ordinary. These are in 1/16. They are actually of Tamiya's. It is, of course, well, one of them's actually a well-known general during the North African campaign. It is the old Desert Fox himself, Erwin Rommel. I am going to go for the latter version, but with his arms back like that, because that is more like a classic pose of Erwin Rommel. And I've got a little base that goes with that as well, so that should look super. And it actually tests my skills at figure modelling. And I've also got one of a German tank commander. I've got a feeling this one's actually modelled on Michael Wittmann. Does look very similar. Again, superb detail. It's going to sort of stretch my skills at figure modelling. It doesn't have to go outside the box sometimes. Last couple I'm going to show you is one in the Africa Girl versions. Another to me, it is a Schwerer. I had my eye on one of these for ages, and this one came through just shortly after last month's update. And yeah, I'm looking forward to building that baby, I'll tell you. This one is of a Sherman, but this one is a Sherman Calliope. I saw a feature Mike did on the forum about doing a first build, and that inspired me to get this one. So yeah, it should be quite an interesting subject, that one. And finally, yeah, you guessed it, I've got another Tiger. This one is one that Adam Mann just recently got off of eBay, and I managed to source one. It's the Porsche version. He's actually going to do this one in the prototype that was presented to Hitler at the test ground. I might well do the same, Adam, so I'll be watching your build with quite a lot of interest. I am going to get some aftermarket in, possibly a spare barrel. I've actually got one here. And I'm going to get some throttle tracks, so let's see what we can do with that one. I'm actually going to squeeze one more in, and this is a Revell one. It's a German truck, and I remember Chris and Alex Modelling actually doing this. So there you go, the V3000. So basically that's what I've actually got this month. Right, in terms of what's going on in the community, I want to say welcome back to two guys. That is Darren Shank. He's back in the fold. He's had a bit of an unfortunate year, which has taken him out of the game. Unfortunately, his mother was taken very seriously ill. Thankfully, she's now on the recovery, but not only that hit him, his sister was taken very ill as well. So, boy, you've had a time of it, Darren, I can tell you. But they're both now improving, so that's good news. There you go. Also, Switcher has announced that he's doing a historical significance interest build. It starts from the 1st of January and runs until the 31st of March. I'm possibly thinking of doing that Firefly as part of the build. I may be mind up, but I'll let you know, Switcher. Also, Harry Houdini, he's been doing some basic sort of tutorials. Latest one he did was on the SU-152 in Mud Effects. Fantastic, very informative, Harry, and I love your wit, it really cracks me up. Hats off to Will Patterson with his Spitfire Mark 1 recon version. Will, that is a beautiful piece of work, my friend. You did really, really well, so hats off to you. And Frankie Day, can't let Frankie go. He's actually doing a current build on the Revell CSS Alabama. That was a raid that was used during the Civil War, American Civil War. Beautiful work, Frankie. It's inspiring. Well done, bud. That's all I can say about it. And finally, I just want to mention two guys who are back in the fold is Chris and Alex Modelling. They're both back in the fold, so it's good to see you back, guys. I know you're both going to Telford, so maybe we can hook up and sort of have a good old chinwag. So be good to see you. Anyway, that is it for this month, guys. I think my time's running out now. I don't want to get cut off. So, as I say, keep up those good builds. Again, thank you very, very much for all the people who've subscribed to my channel. It means a hell of a lot. I am so humbled and blown away. I just can't tell you. And as I say, Wes, I'll get that kit to you on Saturday at Telford. And if everybody's going, If I don't get meeting up with you, have a fantastic weekend at the show, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. So until next time, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.